When I first moved into that old apartment building last fall, I was just glad to finally live alone. It wasn't fancy, peeling wallpaper, creaky floors, but it was cheap, quiet, and close to work. My window faced the back alley, where hardly anyone passed by, except the occasional stray cat. For the first few weeks, everything was fine, peaceful even. Until one night, around 2 a.m., I woke up to this faint click. It was subtle, like a lamp switch. I glanced outside and across the alley, in the building opposite mine. A light had just flicked on. There was a man standing in that window, perfectly still, just staring out. I thought maybe he was smoking or looking at the street, but there was no cigarette, no movement at all. He just stood there, facing the night. It was odd, but I shrugged it off. Cities are full of strange people, right? But then it happened again, the next night, and the night after, always around 2 a.m. The light clicks on. The man stands there, never moving, never closing the curtains. By the end of the second week, I realized something strange. His window lined up directly with mine. It wasn't just random, he was staring right at me. So I closed my blinds. I even put up a thick curtain, but it didn't help. The next night, he turned on a brighter lamp. The glow bled through the edges of my curtain. Harsh, yellow light, like he wanted me to see him. Then one night, I made a mistake. I peeked through a tiny slit in my curtain and froze. He was closer to the glass than usual, almost pressed against it. And when my eyes adjusted, I realized he was smiling, not a friendly smile, a still, frozen one, like a doll's face. My chest went tight. I backed away, heart pounding, and didn't look again. I barely slept that night. The next evening, I came home late. I didn't even bother opening the blinds. But around 2 a.m., I heard a faint tapping. At first, I thought it was just my radiator, but then it came again. Steady, deliberate. Tap, tap, tap. It was coming from the window. I turned on my bedside lamp, trembling, and pulled the curtain just enough to peek out. He wasn't there. The window across the alley was dark, but when I looked down, I saw something on my windowsill. A small folded piece of paper. Someone had slid it through the crack between the glass and the frame. I hesitated, then opened it. It said, "Why did you stop waving back?" I didn't sleep that night. I didn't sleep the next either. The next morning, I went straight to the building manager. I told him about the man in the opposite window, the lights, the note, everything. He gave me this weird look and said, "Wait, which window?" I pointed out across the alley. He frowned and said, "Nobody's lived in that apartment for months. It's been empty since the last tenant passed away." I went home and checked again that night. The light never came on. The window stayed dark. But sometimes, when I walk past that alley after work, I still feel it. That same heavy feeling, like someone's eyes following me from the shadows. And I can swear on some nights when the streetlight flickers, I catch the faint outline of a man in that window, still smiling.